it's a kind of an easier way to think of 30-second notes or triplets, whatever. You just sing in the accents, and the other stuff just fills in around that. So it simplifies the whole process for me when I want to do a fill or when it's time to bust something like that out. Are there any questions so far about anything? Anybody? Go ahead.
Back to the beats. There's this new, I call it like a dirty swing, that these guys are doing. If you listen to the end of, I think it's Binky from Snarky Puppy, what's that beat that's foot playing?
Yeah, probably Spot. Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole, I call it late funk, or, you know, Dilla funk. Jay Dilla's from Detroit. He's a producer, and he kind of created a vibe where, I guess the easiest way for me to explain it is that the hi-hat is lazy. It's the lazy hi-hat style, you know, and the snare drum's on 2-1-4. The kick is basically based around 1 and a few other accents randomly put in the bar. And the purpose of it is to get everybody in sort of a loose, you know, as opposed to like tight funk where everything's, you know, kind of perfectly put in the grid, or, you know, Dilla funk or late funk. This style of hip hop, it's mostly machines playing it, but you know, there's a couple musicians playing it now. Chris Dave and Spot, you know, from Snarky, and of course Questlove is really good at this style. So we'll demonstrate, you know, this kind of groove. This is just, you kind of get sloppy with the hi-hat, but you don't slow down. You kind of, it's an appearance of it dragging, but it's not dragging. So some people go overboard with this, and the band leaders get pissed. So you can't go too far with it, but we'll just demonstrate. Yeah, yeah. That's, you know, see what I'm doing with the hi-hat, you know, when I'm playing the 8 notes, I'm channeling an 8 note, you know, a shuffle, halftime shuffle. Yeah, so that's what the hi-hat is kind of evoking, the relaxed feeling of a nice, slow. It's a relaxed thing. So, but the kick drum is still staying close, more close to like the hip hop tradition, which is. And notice how the kicks are real close together. That's part of the way, you know, if you listen to like a Busta Rhymes record, you notice even though it's slow, it's got the kicks close. It's just a sound that hip hop has that I always notice that, you know. So it has an extra swing when you put it that close to it. So I used to practice this a lot at the house to get my foot to a point where I felt comfortable playing in front of people, and because if your foot is not at the place that you want it to be, it's going to be tough to really express what you're trying to do. So there's a couple of foot exercises I would do for like hip hop, that sort of thing. It's just a shuffle with a kick, halftime snare. Hours later. So that kind of thing, and then for straight 16s, I would try to just see if I can get this going. So once that becomes comfortable, you get on stage and it's like, like kind of relax a little bit. You put that time in, and also doing a lot of sambas, like to the point, that shin pain you get when you practice the samba for a while, and then you have to stop. You have to rub your shin because it hurts so bad, and then the hours and hours, of doing that, just like doing that. So practice that samba, and you can do whatever you want with your hands, And then, of course, there's the song go, oh, 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 oh. So, I just love the different, kick drum patterns and the feels involved. Like, one thing people, if you listen to real Brazilian drumming, you'll hear, I'm going to do an approximation of it, but there's a hump in that,